I've missed you. Thank you so much. Back at you. Back at each and every one of you. Take that love and hold on to it and wrap yourself up in it and just like a... oh, man. It's good to be back in the studio here. I hope you had a good summer. I had a good summer. And what I did, I spent my summer in the country. I live in the city all the time, and so it's nice to experience the country life once in a while. So I got a tiny little, it's bigger than that, but I got a tiny little place in... outside of LA in the country. They were already there, so I kept them. There's chickens and llamas and roosters. And I'll tell you something about roosters. They wake up early. So I sold the roosters. I don't have them anymore. It's different than being in the city. It's very different in the country. There's no street lights for miles and miles. Very dark, so the stars at night are just beautiful. I saw John Travolta, and I heard him. I didn't see him. It's dark, but he seemed to look beautiful. Well, when you get to the country, you have all the plans. You know, I'm in the country. I was going to be there for 2.5 months, and you're gung-ho. I mean, the first day, you know, I'm going to sweep off the porch, you know, and I'm going to churn the butter, and I'm going to wean the piglet. And when you wean a piglet, they need bottles. I'll tell you that right now. Ooh, their teeth are sharp. So then, I don't know what it means. Don't blame me. I don't know what it means. Then you realize there's nothing to do. It's the country. You're out in the middle of nowhere. So the second day, you're drunk. You're just like, you know. You're just drunk wearing a sombrero and telling the llama it can be anything it wants. You just put your mind to it, little llama. Put that in a screenplay. You're my best friend. Some of them are smaller. Anyway, so on the third day, it really is. There's nothing to do. So you just make up little games to pass the time. Because I thought, I got 2.5 months of being out in the country. So you play the game Count the Lizards. There's a lot of lizards out there all over. They love the rocks. And what's that noise in the bushes? And you list all the reasons you're itching. Those are the games that we played. We got so bored that we actually built a track for llama races, which you wouldn't think that you could even ride a llama, but oh, Mama loves it. I tell you, she just wins every time on the llama, just kind of holding on. But I think everybody's first thought, I think, is when you go to the country is, oh, good, I'll get to be nude outside. And not anymore, I'll tell you. And I found this out. You can go to the internet. You can get satellite pictures of any address. You just punch it in, and you can get a satellite picture. So I'm keeping my clothes on, because, I mean, anyone with a computer could zoom in on me naked, riding my bike, and singing Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head. And that's just for close friends. And and there's wildlife out in the country, too. I found out there's a lot of nature out in the country. One night, oh, you won't believe this. One night, I was running out of things to do. You go to bed earlier and earlier, too, by the way. It's just dark and you're asleep because it's just, there's nothing to do. So anyway, I get in bed, and I saw something on the ceiling. I'm laying in bed, and the house had just been painted. It was a white ceiling for weeks and weeks, and I'm like, what's that? And I thought, I'd never seen that before, and I keep staring at it for a while, and I go, is that a leaf? Is it? No, it's bigger than a leaf. And I get out of bed, and I keep looking at it, and you know what it was? You won't believe what it was. It was a... That's what I'm doing now. I'm doing cliffhanger monologues. That way, and you really won't believe it, it's true. It's a true story, too. Tomorrow's monologue, I'll tell you what it was. So you have to watch tomorrow to find out what was on the ceiling. And it's something you don't normally want above your bed. Anyway, and here, it's season 3. I'm mixing things up. Usually this is the part I finish the monologue. It's all wrapped up, all tidy and everything, but not today, you don't know. And I usually dance right now by myself, and I thought, well, that's lonely. I don't want to dance by myself, so I thought it'd be nice if I pulled someone down from the audience and danced. And I was watching before I came out here. I was in my dressing room, and I'm staring at everybody, and you all filled out cards, as you know. And the person I want to dance with today Jill Harris, where are you, Jill Harris? Come on down. Tony, make us dance. That's Jill. We asked, I thought you'd just sit with me for a few minutes. Jill, we asked people what their names were, what they did for a living, and what they would describe themselves in 3 words, and that's what won me over. You described yourself 3 words.
Vodka on rocks.
That's right. Vodka on rocks, that's how she describes herself. It's so open-ended that way, and
Yeah.
I thought I had to meet you.
Breakfast of champions.
Yeah. Now, and you, what do you do again for a living?
I'm a flight attendant.
A flight attendant. And what is the best part of that job?
Well, on my survey there, I put picking up trash,
Uh-huh.
which is not any reference to the customers at all.
No.
The part of the job.
Yeah. And where do you live?
I live in Queens, New York.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful.
Welcome.
Garbage Day in Queens. You
Yeah.
gotta love it.
Oh, good. Well, welcome. So here's what I figured, you know, everybody comes to me all the time, and that's nice, but I thought it would be nice for me to experience other people's jobs, and so once in a while, I'm going to do things like that, and so take a look at this little clip. We did this recently. You're the boss.
No,
Oh, you're not the boss.
I'm not the boss.
Who's the boss?
Steve.
All right, Steve. Where is Steve?
There's Steve right there with the coffee cups.
Steve?
He's the boss.
Hey, Steve, how's it going? You don't have to, we see you. That doesn't help. All right, I'm going to show you you wouldn't believe, they all work in little cubicles. By the end of the day, I got rid of all them. That's crazy to have separation like that. So I'm going to show you everything that happened at that office a little bit later in the show, because that's what season 3 is all about, Jill. You know that, right?
Good. Yeah, I'm very excited.
All right. Because we're going to go different places. It's silly to sit in the studio all the time.
We're lucky we have TVs on the plane so we can watch you.
Do you? Oh, well, thank
yeah,
you.
all the time.
Yeah, keep it on me. Put it on a loop.
Customers, it's self-serve.
All right.
Set up a buffet, let them help themselves while we watch you.
I like you more and more. Thank you. September 18th is when I'm hosting the Emmys, and then what we've decided to do, and I don't know why, we're doing our show live the following day, Monday, September 19th, and I guess I'm not going to sleep because I'm hosting the Emmys all night long, and then I have to do the show live first thing in the morning. So the way I'm advertising the show, it's live. It's not good. Live. That's all I'm promising. And here's the deal. Again, this is our 3rd year, right, Jill?
Right.
Season 3, as we've said, trois. And I keep asking everybody to watch the show every day. And we found out through surveys and polls that people, on average, watch the show 3 times a week. That's not enough. We do the show 5 days a week for a reason. We want you to watch all 5. I do it 3 days a week. Why would I waste my time doing 2 more? So I don't know what I have to say to people to get you to watch the show every day. I thought, well, do I have to reward you? And I thought, okay, I will. I'll reward you. What if you won a Lexus? What if you watch the show and you could possibly win a Lexus? And so I talked to the good people at Pepperidge Farms. They make those Whims cookies, you know? And I thought, because I wanted to go out on a whim, and I said, well, they have one, and you want one? Have you had a whim?
No. Well, I've had a whim, but
Yeah, you've had a whim, but not this kind of whim? They have to...
So much for the whims.
They're good with vodka.
You know, I was just going to
So The people at Pepperidge Farm Whims, they're sponsoring a quiz, and we're going to test your knowledge. You have to watch the show every day, and then you can possibly win a Lexus. So go to our website, find out details, and while you're at the website, please find out all the different ways you can help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Pepperidge Farms has donated $2 million worth of food products to help Hurricane Katrina victims. So watch our show every day. And so I'm begging people to watch every day. It's not like it's a miserable experience. It's fun. I'm trying to bring joy to you, and now I have to reward you. And also, I'm furious, Jill.
The cliffhanger monologue is a good idea, though.
The cliffhanger monologue is really good because people want to know. What do you think was on my?
Did you think of
that? Yeah. What do you think was on the ceiling?
I'm thinking something flying.
Something, yeah.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, something that flew. Yeah. Something that doesn't leave easily
It
either.
wasn't a footprint or anything.
No, it wasn't a footprint. That's too high. All right. Well, I think you know what it was, but nobody really knows until I tell. And even if you know, you don't know what I did with it.
That's right.
All right. Where's the vodka? I had asked for vodka for
These
Jill.
are good for dipping, probably.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
You gotta love it.
Am I drinking alone? Yeah. I'll have some water. Cheers, Jill.
God bless you.
Yeah.
I love this show.
Bottoms up.
It's the best.
Yeah. All right.
Watch every day.
Yeah. It's fun every day. You know who's on today? Yeah, dip it in. Dip it in. Good? On the show today, Deborah Messing is here. She's on her 8th and final season of Will and Grace, and their premiere show is live. That's a big thing to do now, live. It's risky, and they're doing the whole show live. So I'm going to practice with her today. We're going to do some, this is live. I don't know what we're thinking, but it's now going to be live to everybody else. So anyway, also on the show, Hilary Duff is here, singing Wake Up from her #1 album, Most Wanted. As you know, my hometown is New Orleans. I'm wearing my New Orleans shirt in support of the great city. And on the show today, my friend Marcy Cavanaugh, one of the lucky ones, is here to tell the story. Don't go away. All right. A lot of new things in season 3. These chairs, for instance, new. I'm not sure about them. I'm not positive about them. But like I said, season 3 is going to be all about doing new things, taking the show to places that you'd never expect me to be. Just a few weeks ago, I showed up at an office building in Orange County, California. Here's what happened there. Hi. How's it going? Hi. Just thought I would come to your job. Wow, there's a lot of photographs over here. I'm going to come this way. Where's a picture of me? Actually, more important, you should actually have my show on, so that would help you really focus.
You think so?
I think. I mean, this is...
I'll ask my boss and see what she thinks.
Where is your boss? You're the boss.
No,
Oh, you're not the boss.
I'm not the boss.
Who's the boss?
Steve.
All right, Steve. Where is Steve?
There's Steve right there with the coffee cups.
Steve?
He's the boss.
Hey, Steve, how's it going? You don't have to... We see you. That doesn't help. Steve, we seem to have a problem here.
We do?
Yeah. Somehow, people are working during the hours of my show.
I think it's because Estella won't let us have them. Where'd she go?
Where's Estella?
She's right here.
Wow. Talk about passing the buck. Is this Estella? I really wanted to surprise everybody today because that's the whole point. I want to surprise people and say, you never know where I'm going to take the show this season. It might be in your office. It might be in your home. It might be under the sea. We're going to try it. I don't know if it's going to work out. There's a training conference going on in here. Hi. How y'all doing? You're training them to be pleasant?
I'm trying to be happy campers.
Oh. Come on, happy campers. Come on, Mark. Mark's still doing the bump.
Hi.
Hi. Surprise.
Oh, this is nice.
If I dial any 4 digits, somebody here is going to answer, right? It's ringing Arlene, it says. Arlene? Where's Arlene? Oh, hi, Arlene. How you doing? I'm good, thank you. You want to come over and visit? Okay, come on over. See you in a minute. Okay, let's welcome our first guest. Of course, you all know her from the cubicle. And please welcome my first guest, Arlene. Arlene.
Thank you so much. Pleasure to be here.
So tell me about all the stuff that everybody's saying about Joyce.
I don't know who Joyce is.
Have you not met Joyce?
I don't think I have.
Joyce, come on over. Hi, Joyce. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Come sit down next to Arlene. You've never met?
No, well, I've seen
We've seen each other.
I've never met you. Nice to meet you, Joyce.
And so you're in this cubicle right here. And Joyce, where are you?
Right over there.
Right there, and yet you've never met. That's really sad.
I know.
Work so
Yeah,
hard.
that's right. If there was more of a 1 hour of a little Ellen break, a little watching my show, everybody would get together and you'd get to know each other a little bit more.
We'll have to clear that with Mr. Jones over there, my boss.
Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Jones, please welcome my next guest, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones. Me and Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones. We got a thing going on. We both know that it's wrong, but it's much too strong to let it go now. I don't know the rest. So, Mr. Jones, how come everybody can't watch Ellen 1 hour a day? Who's your boss? Kristen? Who?
Kristen, yeah, we have to bring her out here now.
Kristen, you come here. Kristen! Come on. There she is.
Big boss man,
Right there.
can't you hear me
Kristen.
when I call?
Joyce and Arlene had never met. And I believe that everyone is so separate here. Number one, the cubicles should come down. There should just be just kind of sofas and chairs and people sitting around and more TVs, I'm saying. Tell Kristen that it's time for a TV in here.
You want to talk to the big boss?
Who's
The
this?
boss of everybody. Park.
Parker, it's Ellen DeGeneres calling. I'm good. We have a little dilemma down here. Kristen and Mr. Jones want a TV here, and they said if we had a TV here where people would watch Ellen, for an hour every day, everyone would be happier and work harder, but we really can't make that decision without Parker. He's getting a memo out tomorrow. All right, what will that memo say? It's mandatory that we all watch The Ellen Show every day for 1 hour. That's Parker. Now, this is the boss. It's not me. Parker, you made your employees very happy. They do work hard. You should see them right now. What's her name right here?
That's Karina.
Karina. The only one who's not working is Karina. Karina, he'd like to see you tomorrow. Santa Ana, California. Tomorrow we're going to check in with them live on another surprise. Deborah Messing joins us after this. We'll be right back. Our first guest stars as the neurotic but adorable Grace Adler on the hit comedy Will and Grace. Please welcome back Emmy Award winner Deborah Messing. It feels like it's been forever since I've seen you.
I know.
I don't know why. Thanks for being here. I saw Harry Connick Jr. on the telephone last Friday. Yeah. And of course, Harry also is from New Orleans, and he was talking about what a large donation that you and the cast of Will and Grace made. Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you for doing that, and I know that Harry has been—he's just a generous guy anyway. That he's down there doing this.
Yeah.
He gave how old is your son?
He's 17 months.
17 months old,
Yeah.
and Harry, who of course plays piano and sings,
Yeah.
gave your son a piano. Does he understand?
Do you hear the ooze?
Yeah.
It was not a Steinway. It was a plastic little, like...
Yeah, I was picturing picturing like a big piano.
The way it just sounded, I was like,
Well,
do you know something I don't know?
yeah.
Because I don't have a piano in my house.
No, I just read that he gave. Well, then now you should ask him for a real
Harry,
piano.
can I have a
Yeah.
piano? No, it's a little dee 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 dee,
Uh-huh.
and literally my son has been playing it for a year straight. He loves music.
Really?
Yeah, and he also likes Harry Connick Jr.'s kids album.
Really?
Yeah, Oompa Loompa.
He's.
Oompa Loompa, Harry's rendition of Oompa Loompa. Literally, it's 50 times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be careful what you let your kid get
That's
attached to, because they will do it
Yeah.
all day long,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
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 So it's Caribbean music and Oompa Loompa all day long for you?
All day long. All
Yeah.
day long.
You're just happy to be out of the house, aren't you? you're so happy to be anywhere. Now, you're teaching your kid, the last time you were here, you were teaching Roman, is that his name?
Roman.
Great name. So you're teaching Roman Sign Language.
Yes.
And what kind of sign language is he learning?
Oh, he's very communicative. Now he's very bossy with the music because he learned how to say the sign for change if he needs a diaper change.
Well,
And-
how do you do that?
Which is this.
All right,
and
just
so
for me in the future.
Yeah, just for the future. If you have
Yeah.
to go to the bathroom and you
Uh-huh.
don't want to say it and verbally, you can tell someone in the back of the room, you know.
That's what you do.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
He'll do that now if he doesn't like the music I've chosen.
He
I'll
d-
just put on some music and he'll be like. I'm like, what? He's like.
Well, but that could mean change my diaper too, right? No?
No.
Well, and at 17 months, would they be speaking yet?
He says mama, dad,
Okay.
you know, things like that.
Right.
But, you know.
But he's going to put it off as long as
I
possible and
think
just
so.
control you with sign language.
I think he may. And he's really into kissing now.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and he's indiscriminate. He kisses the ottoman. He kisses the chair. He kisses Angelina Jolie on the cover of a magazine. And then he says, mama. I'm like, kid,
Wow.
if you say mama to Angelina Jolie, you
Yeah.
could have anything you want.
Because you're flattered.
She's so gorgeous.
Because you're flattered. You think that's
Because he's you know, any woman with long hair.
uh-huh. But he's also kissing ottomans, though. Okay.
He's kissing ottomans.
I
And he's cleaning.
All right. He's cleaning what?
He's very fastidious. He comes to the set, and he takes the adult-sized broom, and he just sweeps across the stage. So we'll be acting, and all of a sudden, this little boy will just start moving like Carol Burnett, just walking through the set with a little broom, and you know, Eric will stop
Now-
acting, and he'll be like, okay, right there, Roman.
But now, what happens if that happens during the live show you're shooting and he comes through with a broom?
He's going to be home for the live episode.
Well, but you just got to be prepared. I'm just saying, because we're doing our live show. We have to take a break, but when we come back, what I thought we'd do, we would rehearse us just
Okay.
going on with the interview.
Okay.
Because you never know if something weird happens. You
I'm
just have
ready.
to go on.
Yeah.
Right? All right, so when we
We're
come back,
professional.
we're going to try to be as professional as possible no matter what happens.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. We're back. It's Deborah Messing. All right. It's exciting. All right, so we're back with Deborah Messing, and as I said, you're going to do your show live coming up the 29th,
The
right?
29th of September.
And which is it's risky, you know, because when you mess up, you can always stop, and especially with sitcoms, there's so
Oh.
many of you to mess up, you have more odds.
Oh, watch Sean.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes out on Sean.
Sean Hayes?
He's going down.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's you never know. I mean, and we're doing ours live the day after the Emmys, so I thought this is a good way for us to rehearse.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that was the idea actually before I decided to host the Emmys. We had decided to do the live thing, and at the last minute I thought,
wow.
oh, that'll be fun to host, and then Anyway, so let me just go on with the interview, and
right.
people may do different things to distract us, and we don't know.
All right, ask me questions.
All right, good. I understand that you shot a movie this summer while you had time off, Deborah.
I did.
Tell us what that was
I was
like.
in Las Vegas,
Uh-huh.
and
What was it like?
I did a film.
What film did you do?
It was called Lucky You.
Lucky You is
Yes,
the name
Curtis
of the film?
Hanson directed it.
LA
It was with
Confidential, he
LA
directed that.
Confidential,
Yeah,
Drew
makes sense.
Barrymore, Robert De
Right.
Niro, Duvall. Sorry, not De Niro.
I see.
Yes. And I actually play a showgirl.
A showgirl? What kind of showgirl?
An aquatic showgirl.
Aquatic, so you're swimming and actually...
Yes. And I was a mermaid.
A mermaid, so you were actually in water?
Actually in water. Actually in a tank that had about 18. thousands
like
of them.
real fish were
There
in
were
there with
actual
you?
real fish, and they were, and I was actually in a tail, like a mermaid.
So you're in a mermaid suit. Did the fish think you were fish, actually?
Yes,
to be
they
in
came
there?
up to like say hi,
Wow.
and they thought I was like the alpha fish.
What kind
and
of acting is that you're in water to?
It was pretty intense.
I would think that would
Yeah.
be hard.
It was a little difficult. I actually had to get hyphypnotized.
To be in the water?
Yeah, because I
Wow.
was scared of the scuba diving. I'd
Yeah.
never done it before.
Well, it sounds great. We look forward to seeing that movie.
Yeah, I'll come back another time and talk to you about it.
All right. And it's called Lucky You is the name of the movie.
The movie Lucky You,
That's
yeah.
great. Well, the new season of Will and Grace is going to be live. I think you're going to be fine. I'm in trouble. It's on September 29th on NBC at 8:30. Thanks for being here. Some of my friends from New Orleans that got out, and they will tell their story right after this. Don't go away. Our next guest has been a close friend of mine for over 20 years. Last week, she and her family lost everything from the devastation in New Orleans. Please welcome my friend, Marcy Cavanaugh. Thanks for jumping on a plane. As soon as I located you, I knew you would be a good one to talk, because it's hard for anybody to talk at this time. We've known each other for over 20 years.
Over 20 years, since
Yeah.
the late 70s.
You used to date my brother.
Yeah, your cutie pie brother.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what you went through?
I was going to go to my ex-husband's house to wait it out with my son, who ultimately did wait it out there with his dad. And I got a call from my cousin in Baton Rouge saying, you got to come here. So I made the decision late Saturday night, called my 86-year-old mom and said, pack it up, Mom, we're hitting the road, which is what we did. I got a couple of little bags together. That's
You
all
had
I
just
now
moved into
have.
this house,
I
right?
just moved into the house that I was in, yeah, in the
Okay.
section of the city called Lakeview, which is now underwater.
So you grabbed 2 bags?
Grabbed a couple of bags and my little hurricane stash, which had some valuables in it and pictures and stuff like that, my kitty cat Milo. And we hit the road and got to Baton Rouge, and fortunately we did that because, as it turned out, for the guys at my ex-husband's house, it turned out to be a rough time.
Okay, so in the audience is your ex-husband Lenny, your son Franz, and your other son Lane, and Pointer, your friend. Lenny, what happened next for you?
After the first day, you know, we had a lot of wind damage, and the storm was not really one of the worst hurricanes I've sat through before. But we had about, I guess about 8 to 12 inches of water. That night I cooked pasta for the guys, you know, so we weren't really all that worried. Problem is, the next morning we woke up, we had 3 feet of water in the house. The next day we had 6 feet of water in the house. And I told them all, saddle up. So we packed up 1 bag apiece. We put our dogs in the room, gave them whatever water we could. And we had my bodyguard Pointer had managed to get a automobile tire, and we put a plastic bin on top of it. Everybody had a bag, and we hit the street. We couldn't walk, it was too high. We had to swim out. And we swam about a quarter mile to dry land. And from there, we walked out in water about 1.5 feet deep. And we couldn't get any help from any government officials. They basically blew us off from spot to spot. So we finally, through the help of a whole bunch of different people, some Romanians gave us a ride, Palestinian guy gave us a ride and ruined the rims on his car because we had so much weight. And we finally got to the interstate, and I was having trouble with my eyes. I had something in my eyes. I couldn't see that well. And I don't know how, but this young couple from Lafayette that had driven down, 21-year-old couple, Nick and Ashley Guidry, driven down to New Orleans with a flatboat to help people out, but they got shot at when they were trying to help people in the city itself. They pulled over, gave us a bottle of cold water, apologized for not having food, and took us to Baton Rouge, about 70 miles away, to the hospital there, where Marcy came and picked us up.
Pointer's family was not as fortunate.
No, we found out a couple of days ago that Pointer's sister and one of her friends had tried to swim out of another part of the city, and she drowned. His mother and 3 grandchildren, they haven't found them yet, but there's a substantial possibility they didn't make it either, along with a lot of other people.
Yeah.
A lot of people died.
It's beyond description, and it's a horrible tragedy. Horrible tragedy.
I mean, we started the show today, and everybody's dancing and having fun, and I'm trying to still go on because I know, for me, I watch the news as much as I can, and then I need a break. I just need to go on with my life. I need to feel okay again because I'm so sad. And I saw y'all in the beginning of the show, and it's just so hard to imagine that you're trying to go on and trying to feel good again. And I know it's going to be a while to do that, and all I can do is, like I said, I know I need that break 1 hour a day to at least feel like I can't see it anymore. Pointer, I can't tell you how sorry I am, and I don't know how you're all sitting here right now, and just thank you so much, all of you. Hilary Duff performs after this. We'll be right back. We're back with Hilary Duff. I want to, first of all, say thank you, and this is before, I mean, everybody, of course, it's whenever the money comes in, it's great, but right away, you donated something like $250,000 to Katrina. So, pretty amazing.
You know, another thing is I donated some more money to the Harvest USA, and we fed like 1 million people, and it's just incredible donating what's a little bit of money can do. Canned foods will feed so many people, you know?
Yeah. Now, explain this to me. And congratulations, #1 album. That's huge. Now, so, this is your second or third CD?
It's my third CD. Yeah.
But the first two are CDs, and then this is a greatest hits?
It's kind of
You've
like...
had 2 CDs, and now you have a greatest hits?
Ellen?
What?
It's not really, you know what, I went into the studio with some friends, and I did like 3 songs, and I, took it to my label, and I was like, I did this, and it's awesome, and it was kind of the first time I went in and like did it all by myself.
Right.
And then I didn't have time to put a whole album together before I went on tour, but I wanted to release one of these songs as a single, and so I picked like some of my favorite songs from previous albums. Not all of them are singles, but we remixed some of them, and so I'm trying to get away with calling it a collection, or like a Hillary's pick, or Hillary's
Well,
choice,
it's doing well. Whatever. It was a smart idea.
I know it worked. That's good. People are liking it. So.
Yeah, well, good. And don't let us down. All right, so you can log on to our website, purchase a copy of Hillary's CD, Most Wanted, and thanks again for being here and for everything you're doing. I want to thank Debra Messing, Hilary Duff, my friends Marcy Cavanaugh, Lenny, Franz, Lane, Rod Lauer, and Pointer Williams for sharing their stories. Tomorrow, the cast of The OC, George Lopez, and part 2 of the Cliffhanger monologue. Don't miss it. We'll see you. Bye.